All right, everyone, listen up. I've got a really important, time-sensitive update for every single one of you who's an SSC selection post Phase 13 candidate. If you filled out that form, what I'm about to share in the next few minutes is absolutely crucial. Okay, let's jump right in.
That's right, there's been a major change in the SSC selection post Phase 13. And look, if you don't know about this update, all of your hard work, all that preparation, it could really go to waste. So you're going to want to listen very carefully.
Now, this information is coming straight from the horse's mouth. This is directly from the Staff Selection Commission, specifically the Western region. They put out an official notice on January 30th, 2026, and we are about to break it down piece by piece. This is 100% authentic, straight from the source.
So first things first, let's decode this official notice. It's got a few technical terms that you really need to understand. And this isn't just for this update, by the way. Knowing these terms is super important from an exam point of view in general.
Right at the top of the notice, you'll spot this word, Corrigendum. So what on earth is that? Well, it's actually pretty simple. A Corrigendum is just an official notice they issue to fix a mistake or make a change to something they've already published. It's a standard procedure, so whenever you see this word, your brain should immediately think, okay, something's been updated.
Now, let's quickly run through some key terms here. Phase.13/2025, that's just your exam cycle. Postcode is the unique ID for a specific job. UR is the unreserved category, OBC is other backward classes, pretty standard stuff. But the most important term on this slide, the one I want you to remember, is user department. This is the actual government office or ministry where the job is. Trust me, this term is the key to understanding why all these changes happen. All right, now we're getting to the most critical part of this whole update. What are the actual changes to the vacancies? Let's dive into the specifics and see exactly how this might impact your chances of getting selected. Okay, so the first change is for postcode WR10825, which is the technical attendant for Barber. On the left, you see the column 4. That's what the situation was before. And on the right, read as. That's the new reality. It used to be 2 vacancies for the unreserved category, and now it's down to just 1.
So what's the bottom line? 1 UR seat for this post has been completely wiped out. And what does that mean for you? Well, it means the competition for that single remaining post just got way tougher. Your target score to clear the cutoff for this post? It just went up.
Now let's look at the next one. Postcode WR10925, technical attendant for cook. And wow, this is a really big change. It started with 3 total vacancies, 2 for UR and 1 for OBC. But now the notice says you should read this as only 1 OBC vacancy. And this slide spells out the impact perfectly. Both, not 1, but both seats for the unreserved category have been removed. So for any UR candidates who are targeting this specific post, I'm sorry to say it is no longer an option. Only that 1 seat for OBC candidates is left. That's a huge reduction. And the third and final change we see in the notice is for postcode WR11125, the technical attendant for mess waiter. And you're probably sensing a pattern here. It's the same story as the first one. It was 2 seats for the UR category, and now it has been brought down to just 1. So for this post as well, 1 UR seat is gone. The overall trend is crystal clear, isn't it? For all 3 of these postcodes, the number of vacancies available for the unreserved category has decreased. Now, I know the big question that's probably buzzing in all of your minds right now is, why? Why do these vacancies just suddenly change, right in the middle of the whole process? This is a concept you really need to understand because it can happen in any government exam you take. So let's find out why. So really think about it for a second. Why does this happen? Is this some kind of mistake by the SSC? A lot of students get really angry and frustrated by this, and I get it. But understanding the system behind it is so important for your mindset and your strategy. Well, the answer is stated very clearly and very forcefully right in the official notice itself. Check out this quote. SIC has no role in it. The fact that they put this in all capital letters tells you everything you need to know. They are screaming it from the rooftops. This was not our decision. This is such a vital point to remember. So if the SSC isn't responsible, then who is? This slide makes it perfectly clear. Think of it this way. The SSC is just the recruiting agency. Their job is to conduct the exam, pick the best candidates, and then recommend their names. But the user department, that's the actual ministry where you'll work, they're the employer.
They are the ones who decide how many people they need, and if their internal needs change, they have every right to change the number of vacancies. The SSC simply has to follow their instructions.
Okay, so we know what's changed, and now we know why it's changed. Let's move on to the most important part of this whole discussion. What should your strategy be now? What do you need to do starting today?
Here is your action plan. Step 1. Always, and I mean always, verify information from the official source, like ssc.gov.in. Don't fall for rumors. Step 2. You have to analyze the competition. You have to understand that fewer seats almost always means higher cutoffs. You need to adjust your preparation and aim for an even higher score. Step 3, and this is crucial, do not let these things demotivate you. Stay focused on what you can control, and that is scoring the maximum marks possible. And number 4, a pro tip for every serious aspirant. Actively keep an eye out for corrigendums for all the exams you apply for. Being informed is half the battle.
And I want you to remember this. Selection isn't just about studying hard. It's about having the right information and being alert and aware. A serious aspirant is always an informed aspirant. So take this update, bake it into your strategy, and get back to your preparation